Welcome to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I'm your host, Fabian motherfucking Ojeda, and I don't know shit, but that's okay. All right, let's get this shit started. Thank you everybody for listening to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I hope you guys all enjoyed episode number 61 with the legendary Bruce Valanche. Definitely fun having him on. Story to tell. He's got quite a story to tell, and I'm sure there's even more than we touched on. But we're back with a brand new guest today, and he's joining us all the way from Iceland. I want to welcome to the show, Mr. Einar Haraldsson. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Definitely. So I anytime I get a chance to really kind of talk to people from all over the world, which I've gotten a chance to quite a few times now. I like to check in and see, how are you guys over there right now with the whole COVID situation here in the Los Angeles area? We're about ready to open everything up, but how are you guys doing over there?
We are already open all up, so
Really?
We have no COVID here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
the American tourists are starting to come to Iceland. Only the American tourists.
Wow. So did you guys have it bad at all, or was it always kind of okay?
No, we had a little bit bad. We had all closed down, but for maybe 14 days ago, we opened all.
Okay.
Now
Well, that's good. That's good. So it seems like the whole world is getting back on track and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Iceland. I've only really kind of, I think the only time I really heard about it was in the 90s movie, the Mighty Ducks are talking about how, Greenland is all ice, but Iceland is all green, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? You guys are mostly green over there?
Oh, yeah. We have only a few glaciers.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
But Iceland, in Iceland, there's a 360,000 population here in Iceland.
So definitely smaller, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a small company in America.
Right. Exactly. So we're really going to touch on and talk about your venture into acting, into the acting world. I understand, you've been doing a lot of signing up for a lot of podcasts and shows recently. How many appearances are you scheduled to do? It's quite a few from what I understand.
Yeah, I've already done 3, but I think it's 18.
Wow.
I'm all occupied June, July, and August.
Yeah, and that's within a week or so, because I remember, I got your information about a week ago at the time of recording, so I'm sure you'll have even more than that.
Yeah.
Really getting your name out there. So I want to, really quickly ask, how long have you been in in the acting world? Is this something that you just started, or have you been doing it for quite a while? I understand that beforehand, you were an Icelandic police officer, which we'll touch on a little later. But how long have you been in the acting world?
Acting world, 2 years, really in acting. Yeah, I started actually. I started first 2005, but in really going into the acting is just 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. How did you get your foot in the door? A lot of people, they want to know, how do you get started, right? Because if you don't have any idea or you don't know anybody, it's pretty hard to get in there. Did you get into it in Iceland, or is this something you're doing in the United States, or where did you get started?
The idea came from the United States, because when I was in the police force, I was also bodyguard for celebrities.
Wow.
And they said I should go into the acting when you retired. So that was first my idea. Then I went to the School of Art here and finished that, and that's it.
Okay. That's I guess a good foot in the door when you're already guarding them. You already kind of, know who some of these people are. Did they help you, get started? Did they recommend you to any, maybe writers or directors, or did you just kind of have to seek it out yourself?
No, I just talked to them, and they told me person to person, eye to eye, what I should do,
Mhm.
and that's how it started. Because Iceland is called Hollywood of the North.
Huh.
Yeah, because many of the biggest films in Hollywood are made here in Iceland.
I had no idea. Yeah, that's interesting. I've got to look that up. The Hollywood of the North.
Yeah.
What are some of the bigger movies that were made over there, if you know?
Yeah, it's for example, movies with Tom Cruise, Oblivion, and all the Batman's movie, James Bond movies, like that. There are lots of movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have had lots of celebrities here. They're good with the celebrities. They like to be here because there is no paparazzi after them. We let them be here free. They can go in the restaurants and go in shops, and no one is taking picture or following them. They're just like home.
That's pretty cool. I would imagine that they would appreciate that, because here, you have just a little bit of celebrity and people want to follow you into the bathroom with the camera. Right?
You're right.
I believe you have a couple of films that you've been in, right? But what are some of the works that you have under your belt already that you've already done?
Yeah, all the movies that are in progress now, they will be shown this summer and before Christmas, for TV series, and they're all Icelandic, except two American movies which are in progress in America.
Nice. Are you able to talk about them or not right now?
No, my friend who is a director, Rick Groth, he's a good friend of mine, and he is Copperhead Creek, and Wanted Trail. It's like a Western movies.
Okay. So what is your? I mean, in the Icelandic, work that you've done so far, what is your role? Do you kind of have like? Is it the same thing? Like you're playing like a cop or an investigator?
Yeah. Okay. They use me as a cop in every TV series.
Okay, so even after retirement, you're still kind of doing the same thing.
Exactly.
When I guess that's a lot of people though, right? I mean, they kind of stick to what they know, because I can imagine it might be hard trying to mimic the same like mannerisms and as like a police officer if you've never been one, right? What are your thoughts immediately when they tell you like, hey, you have to play a cop? It's like, okay, I'll do it, or is it more like, hey, I want to explore other things?
No, they said to me, why didn't you tell us first that you have been a cop? It's good. You will be signed in as a cop. And then I said, it's okay. I'll also play a grandfather, a father in some of the TV series.
Okay. And are you also a grandfather too, or is that something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a grandfather of 7. So.
Wow. Okay, so then that's something that you're familiar with too. So it's not much of a stretch. That's good. I mean, using what you already know to kind of put that on, on film and TV. When what got you, like, what made you want to become an actor? Because after retirement, I imagine a lot of people just kind of want to relax and find a spot to just settle down. But it seems like you want to stay busy.
Yeah. When I was retired, and then I said, "Oh my boring! to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went to this Academy of Art school here, and I finished that, and then I got that is the most important and great idea. I never regret.
Okay. Who are some of your inspirations? Who are some of your favorite actors out there?
In Iceland or anywhere?
Anywhere in the world.
Well, I would say Sandra Bullock is a good.
Wow.
Yeah, I've talked to her many times, and yeah, Tom Cruise, like when he was here, I've been talking to him also. So there's a few.
Mm-hmm. So when you go to the movies, like who do you really look forward to seeing? Like who else are you a fan of besides those two?
Mark Harmon.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to join the NCIS. That is what I want to join them. NCIS, Los Angeles or Hawaii or or FBI series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is it something that you want to do to come over to the United States and do more acting here, or would you prefer to stay over in Iceland?
No, I would come to the States.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is now, I'm a little bit I'm not sure about this. Is why I ask. My podcast is all about asking questions, and if I don't know something, I'm going to ask. Okay. In Iceland, do you guys mostly speak English, or do you speak your own language there?
We have our own language, Icelandic. We speak our second language is English. Then it's Danish.
Yeah, that's a lot of languages sitting there. Would you say that most people are proficient in English, or it's kind of a little bit like choppy and they don't know as much?
Even the small kids, we start learning English 7 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that kind of shows you that's like an important language to know worldwide. That's good. Huh.
I have a grandson. He speaks Icelandic. He speaks English. He speaks Tagalog, Filipino.
Yeah.
He can change it just like nothing. from English to Icelandic, from Icelandic to Filipino.
Huh.
So it's easy for us too.
Good. I mean, I can imagine that probably opens up your brain a little bit more. It makes you retain more information, or at least a better learner.
Yeah. For example, me, I speak Icelandic, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, Spanish, and Filipino.
Oh, you do as well?
Yeah.
That's a lot of languages. Now, when it comes to working in the United States, for someone like you, you speak good English, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have a noticeable accent. Is that kind of seen as a good thing or not so good thing when trying to look for roles in the U.S.?
I'm not sure if it's good or bad. I think it's okay to have a little bit accent.
Mm-hmm.
But I try my best to talk good English.
For sure, yeah. Because sometimes people think like even people in the United States, they think like, oh, if I have a Southern accent, I have to cover it up. Or a lot of British people are really good at getting rid of their accent and speaking like an American. But I mean, I think that you're in a unique situation where, I mean, it sounds kind of cool, like you can play like a lot of different roles like that with your accent, I mean, I would say it's probably more so a commodity than anything. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are you are you actively right now searching for roles in the U.S.? Is there any projects that you're really eyeballing right now and looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm always, my eyes and ears are always open for anything comes. Like I said, my goal, I have a goal to get in this TV series, which I mentioned before.
And that would be the ultimate goal, just to get that, get on that series.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully you make that happen. I don't know whose email you gotta get into or whose phone number you gotta call, but
you don't have a phone number.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. I'll see if I can find it for you.
Yeah.
But you would probably be playing an investigator there too, right?
Yeah, of course. Or Russian mafia.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. That the accent is, it's a commodity. It's definitely something that you can utilize, and people don't know the difference between the accents unless you really, know your languages. So if you're talking to me and I didn't know where you're from, I would immediately probably think either German or Russian, because I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Many have said to me, "Are you from Germany or are you from Holland?" Or because Icelandic, if you speak Icelandic and you listen to Dutch language then it's very similar.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course it's not the same.
Right. Yeah. When and this is an interesting question, and I asked somebody from Wales the other day, what did they think? I mean, and no judgment here, but what do they think of when you think of like American people? Because sometimes I kind of feel like American people, we have a bad reputation globally. Most of the people that you talk to in Iceland, do they have maybe more of a positive or negative view of the United States and our people?
Positive.
Really?
Yeah. We never talk bad about. Yeah, we never talk bad about anyone. Exactly.
Okay.
We are friendly nation.
Huh. Well, that's good to know. I might have to go visit there sometime.
Yeah, you're welcome. Exactly. Now we have a volcano who's eruption now here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll wait till that's over.
After it will stand here 300 years, so you will not.
Oh man, I gotta go freeze myself in a cryo tank or something like that. But the reason I ask is just because on this podcast too, I like to kind of share, if people are from different areas, just a little bit about the experience, about what it's like over there. Again, one of my former guests, he was he's Welsh, and we talked about just simple differences between America and Wales, and he was even just talking about like the McDonald's menu is so much different.
Yeah, Morgan, we don't have a McDonald's here in Iceland.
You don't have even one?
No. We had two, but they went bankrupt.
Huh. People just don't enjoy fast food over there?
We did have a Wendy's also, but it went bankrupt also.
Wow. Huh. Yeah. So do people just mostly eat like at their homes or?
No. We have another burgers places.
Oh, okay, more popular.
No. Icelandic.
Huh. What's one of them that let's say I visited Iceland, right? What's one fast food place I would have to try?
Yeah, we have of course KFC. We have that. We have called the Metro. It's a burger stand.
Where, in your opinion, is the food a little bit better in America or in Iceland?
Of course, I will say Iceland.
I had a feeling.
What do you think?
Everybody loves their home cuisine.
Of course.
What's one popular dish in Iceland that everybody knows of? If I talk to somebody in Mexico, they'll say something like mole or pozole or something like that. If I talk to somebody in Italy, they'll talk about different pastas and whatnot. But what's one Icelandic dish that everybody knows, everybody's mom can make it, everybody's grandma?
Sheephead.
Huh.
Sheephead. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a head of a sheep.
Oh, sheep head.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just like boil the whole thing?
Yeah, and delicious.
What was it served on a plate with vegetables or something?
Yeah, with mashed potatoes.
Huh.
Yeah.
So just sheep's head and mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
I mean, now I can see why the McDonald's didn't do so well out there. But hey, to each their own. If I were to ever travel to Iceland, I would definitely try it. Here in America, we have a lot of Mexican inspiration, and so it's not so far off. We have cabeza tacos, which is basically the cow's head, and just you take different parts of it and put it in a taco.
Okay, we have a taco stand here also. Mexican food. We have lots of international restaurants here.
Nice. Is there a lot of tourism there, or not so much? I mean,
not now. They're starting to come back. Yeah.
Even like before COVID, was there a lot of tourism or not?
Lots of tourists.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I've never heard of. I've never known anybody who's gone to Iceland, but I mean, it sounds nice and different for sure. How's the weather? Is it mostly warm throughout the year, cold throughout the year?
It's it's summer. It's starting to be warm, but in the winter it's about maybe -5 or 10 or 15 on Celsius.
So you really have to be prepared for the extreme there.
Yeah. But we are Vikings, of course. We are Vikings.
Yeah. That's your background there, your people's background.
But my favorite place in the world is Los Angeles. I've been there a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like about it? What makes it so interesting to you?
It's all everything. It's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like real quick. Sorry.
When I was in the police, I was in the International Police Association, and I travel around the world. That's why I was with the LAPD for 6 weeks, just to see how they work and how they are doing. So it was also an experience.
Okay. Now I did want to dig into your career as a police officer, because I do feel that because you have that experience and because you keep getting cast as a police officer, it's important to talk about. And I don't know if you really truly can understand unless you live in America right now, but the view of police officers from like half the nation is very negative right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's it's not everybody. I personally I do support law enforcement. I think that they have a very difficult job. Obviously, as with any job, you're going to have some bad ones. You can't win them all, and it's very unfortunate because it gives a bad name and a bad reputation to the entire profession, which I don't think is fair. But again, it's very negative overall in our country. How are police officers viewed in Iceland?
Yeah, for example, there is always a black sheep in every team. Also here in Iceland. In Iceland, we don't wear weapons. We are not weaponized. We have our own SWAT team, which have a weapon, but we have also this not so like in America, like this. I've heard all this crazy things. But our police force are good. We are polite with the people, and nothing wrong. People love our job.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that's the key difference is that police in the United States are heavily armed. You know?
Exactly.
And I think to a lot of people that's a threat. They don't know how to kind of really perceive it because some people view them as bullies. Again, unfairly in some cases, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, in other cases where they straight up murder individuals, I mean, it's not even a fair fight, and I'm torn between because again, I really do support law enforcement, but I don't know, something needs to change on a grand scale because it would be great if everybody just respected the work that they do, but also if they respected the public that they work with. So it has to go both ways, and it kind of sounds like that's what you all have got over there in Iceland, where the respect flows both ways. If I am understanding correctly.
Yeah. We do.
Here you might see like a lot of, theft and violence and murder. Without getting too deep, is that what you experienced in Iceland as well, or is it is it more rare to see something like that?
Very rare. When I was in the police force from 74 to 93.
Oh,
and we did not have a single murder in that time.
Really?
Yeah.
In almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Huh.
But after 93, it comes all this people from Eastern Europe, then with their own mafia, and that's when it started to be a little bit crazy.
And and when you mentioned that you guys don't carry any weapons or anything like that, what do you guys do? You just have to really be prepared and know how to self-defense, stuff like that?
Yeah, we learn self-defense, and we use our little stick in the pocket, and and we have, like I said, we have our SWAT team, which we can call. But nowadays, in every police car is a weapon which we can use, but we don't carry them.
It's just there in the car if you need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, do you have to learn like things like judo, wrestling, anything like that?
Yeah. It's do we in the police academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So I mean that's helpful. At least you can handle yourself without any weapons. But the people in Iceland they're not allowed to carry guns either, right?
No. You can have a permit, but you cannot have a permit for pistols. You can have for a rifle, long rifle, or because we go in the mountain and shoot animals, reindeer, like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that was interesting. I just really, I personally, I love to hear all the similarities and differences between countries, just because how often will I ever get an opportunity to talk to someone who's been there like yourself, so I do appreciate that part.
Yeah.
But back to, the entertainment world, the acting world, right?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned your goal of wanting to be on the NCIS series, but what else do you have out there? Like, what else do you want to see in the near future? Whether it be like I don't know if you wanted to do like acting roles or voiceovers or anything like that.
Acting is that's what I will do.
Specifically, anything that you besides NCIS, anything else that you wanted to really see?
Anything which is available.
Mm-hmm.
If someone contact me, I'm ready to look into it. Everything. I'm ready to catch everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any other show that you would love to be a part of?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe in what do you call it? Some. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anything. I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I'm not familiar with all these shows.
Okay. Now,
I could do a comedy. Yeah, that people say I'm so very funny.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was digging at there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Comedy. So that's something that you're up for. Because I was thinking, I was with like stuff like your NCIS and everything like that. It's very dramatic and stuff like that. But you're for comedy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I've been working for the School of Arts here in Iceland. I do it for free for them. I'm doing many parts, acting parts for them. It's both comedies and they say you're perfect in it. You're perfect in it. you're because I'm always laughing. I'm a good character. I have a very strong characters.
Mm-hmm. Who are some comedians or funny actors that you really enjoy watching?
Let me see. I think it's Bill Murray is very good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what I'm not sure. Not sure about anyone.
But Bill Murray is definitely one to emulate for sure. He has great timing. Even his facial expressions are very funny.
Yeah.
Now, what's the process for you? How do you go about looking for roles? Where do you start and how do you accept them? I don't think a lot of people know that world. So how does it work for you?
Here in Iceland, we have a special website here which you can look, and they are announcing also in the newspaper, or they call you for me. They call me if they need it. Mm-hmm. But if you're searching in America, you have to have an agent.
Yeah.
Like what Steven is doing for me now. He's good.
Yeah, very, very good, very diligent. You're. I talked to him and he said, hey, I have somebody really interesting I want you to talk to on the podcast, and I was glad to have you. He's working very hard for you.
yeah, and I appreciate it also. He's a good guy.
Is he trying to put you in some movies or TV shows?
Yeah, hopefully he starts to put me all this podcasting. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it will end it like that. I will be in some movies or TV series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, nowadays too, I want to say, again, I'm not an expert in anything, TV or movie or anything like that. But with technology being what it is these days, I think it's a little easier to get on some platform. You can even just have a start on even something like YouTube. Have you ever considered like maybe putting yourself on YouTube, doing some funny things on there, and then getting like a following?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And that is I'm next I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think sometimes the more people see you, the more visible you are. you even have people out there who are not interesting, but they have millions of views for whatever reason. And they're getting paid good money from sponsorships, And so I think there are a lot of talented people out there who could really capitalize on something like that. So I mean, might be a consideration, or a lot of people are doing like movies that they sell directly to Amazon, and there's so many platforms, Netflix. It's not just, movies that are being released in theaters anymore. So it's a lot. There's a lot of platforms to give it a go. And, I wish you a lot of success on that. And hopefully, you can be on our TV screens or computer screens, and I'll be like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Now, as far as, if people want to look you up or reach you, are you open to that?
Yeah, they can. I'm on a Facebook. And I'm on Instagram also. If they can spell my name right.
Yeah, I'm gonna spell it for them. That's Einar Haraldsson. So I already messed up.
No,
E-I-N-A-R. Go ahead.
Yeah, E-I-M-A-R. Haraldsson. Yeah,
so Einar Haraldsson.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, on Instagram. Are you on IMDb as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also,
So they can look up some of your work there.
Yeah.
And if you ever get a YouTube or anything like that, I would love to hear from you again, and maybe we could promote that.
Yeah, love to be on your show.
For sure. I mean, I know you've got a lot of them coming up, man. So it's you're putting in a lot of work. So I hope it pays off for you.
Thank you. I hope so. It was nice to be with you here today.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, again, I'm always blown away being able to talk to somebody thousands of miles away from, just on my phone here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell the podcast world?
No, I'm just like I said, I'm interested in this acting, and hopefully someone will contact and I can join.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good person. I can fit in every role.
Okay.
Yeah, I can travel worldwide, all around the world to get anything.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. All right. So any shout outs anybody you want to acknowledge or say hi or say thank you or anything like that?
Yeah, I will say thank you to all the podcast hosters in the United States, and hopefully I can join each and every one of you. I'm ready to be. It was a great pleasure to be on your show today.
For sure. Well, Einar, I definitely thank you for your time. I know time is hard to come by, so it was a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, for everybody listening at home, I appreciate it. Thank you. Fuck you and good night. Subscribe to the Ignorance is Strength podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Like, follow, and share on Facebook and Instagram at Ignorance is Strength Podcast, and on Twitter at The Ignorance Pod.